Peace is not something that comes that just appears. Peace is cultivated. This is a choice that you have to make every day. Your peace should not depend on your emotions or your feelings. There are some things that you need to let go of. You have to forget about having control of everything. Hello everyone, my name is Eve and welcome to the Flourish podcast. Here we dive into personal development and becoming the best version of ourselves. So when I was thinking about this week's topic, I just heard the word peace. In these times, in our generation, we are going through so many things that we find it difficult to cultivate our peace. Whether it's a relationship, in our relationship, the struggles that we encounter, no matter what we go through, it's really easy for us. It's easier for us to cultivate stress, anxiety than peace. And when I heard that word, I really wanted to share with you what is on my heart and a bit of my journey, how I had been able to cultivate peace in my life. I'm evolving and I know that I changed, but I was someone who really struggled with peace because I was all the time anxious. So I had to learn to cultivate my peace. No matter what you go through, peace is what you need. You should never get used to survival mode because we've been so used to survival mode. Anytime you go through a situation, anytime you face an issue, a problem, a difficult situation, you hear your family, your friends telling you that you are strong, you can do this. Yes, that's good, but sometimes you need to let it go and choose peace. Sometimes you don't need people to tell you that you can do this. And you should not get used to stress and anxiety and to always be doing and doing. You must find yourself in a place where you can decide to choose peace over stress. You can decide to choose peace over anxiety, right? So that's why I really want to share with you today because it can happen. It's not difficult for you to get to that point, but there are few steps that I'm going to talk with you on this episode that I think can help you to get through this. No matter what you go through in this life, if I had a certain time or a period of time of my life where I was anxious all the time, and I do not recommend it to anyone. Anxiety is not good. It is not good. No matter how people talk about it, this is not good. This is something that you need to get rid of. So peace is the solution. I really want to sensitize us to this episode to tell you that you can do this, that you can cultivate your peace, that peace is not something difficult, that you can do it by yourself. I realized that I was so used to stress that peace was uncomfortable for me. Do you get what I'm saying? That I was so used to stress, anxiety, that having peace for me, it was so uncomfortable. Which is a real, this is a real issue that we are talking about. And I don't know for you, but if you are, you are facing something like that, honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you are going through a phase of your life or that you are feeling like peace is not common for you, that anytime things are going all right in your life, you feel like no, something is missing. That you know what I'm talking about. Like anytime things are going all right, you feel like no, something must be going wrong for you to feel right about yourself, and that is a trauma. It's not something normal. And I want you to get to the point where you realize and you understand that anxiety is not something normal. Peace is. So I was in this period of my life where for me to experience peace, it was very difficult. Anytime that everything was peaceful around me, I was just, I was starting to get, I started to have doubts about everything. What did I do wrong for things to go right? And if you find yourself at this stage, Listen, I want you to encourage you to let go of your old ways and decide, from today to decide to change that and to cultivate your peace from now on. And a lot of those things also came up from my mind. There is something that we call the battle of the mind, which is when you receive so many negative thoughts, a lot of negative thoughts in your mind that you don't know what to do. And those thoughts are actually affecting you. So let me give you an example. For instance, I would be sitting in my bedroom and I would start having negative thoughts about my life, about my journey, about my past. The devil will use my past every day to make me feel like I'm nobody, that I'm alone, that I don't deserve peace, I don't deserve joy. You know what I'm talking about? Those days where you find yourself thinking again and again and again about negative stuffs in your life, and you don't even know where those thoughts come from. This is a war. And the devil knows that if he can have you by your mind, by your thoughts, then he has you, right? So the thing is, you have to understand that. And I was in that, it was like a spiral, because every day I would stop those thoughts, they would come back. Because the thing is, the negative thoughts were not just about my thoughts, but they were also about my peace. Right. So if you are in this, you are experiencing this, you are facing a situation like that, the negative thoughts that you are having are not just about you. It's not just random thoughts, but they are after your peace. Because when you have those thoughts constantly again and again, they are eating you up. You will start thinking about negative things again and again. You don't even have place in yourself to think about positive things, right? And those things is really, really hard to really understand them. But when you get to the point that you understand that the negative thoughts that you have are actually, they are coming out after your peace, then you have the solution. So what I really want you to understand is that peace is cultivated. Listen, peace is not something that just appears. Peace is cultivated. This is a choice that you have to make every day. You have to decide to have peace. It's not just something that comes just like that because everything is doing well in your life and you have peace. No, peace is cultivated. One thing is for sure is that the devil will always come after you. So you have to learn to cultivate your peace, even in a storm. No matter what situation you are going through, whether you are happy, whether you are joyful, whether you are sad, you have to cultivate your peace. Your peace should not depend on your emotions or your feelings. You need to understand this. Your peace should not depend on your emotions or your feelings. Having peace is different from being happy or being sad. This is not the same thing. So you cannot tie your peace to your feelings. The emotions are fleeting. They just come and go. But your peace, when you decide to cultivate your peace, it becomes stable. And when your peace is stable, it does not depend on any situation, no matter what you go through. And you need to understand that this is a choice that you have to make every day of your life, right? And you have to understand that you can't build your peace upon stress or anxiety. What I mean is that you cannot build peace on the foundation of anxiety. There are some things that you need to let go of. You have to forget about having control of everything. I was someone who, let me tell you this, I was someone who always wanted to have control of everything. I always wanted to control everything around me, anything that I do. And I noticed that I was also having the same attitude in my relationships. I wanted to control my friends. Whenever they are doing some things, I wanted to control their actions, their sayings, because I want things to be perfect, perfection. I wanted to control things. But I didn't realize that this attitude that I had was actually hindering me from having peace. Because when I'm not controlling things, I'm anxious, I'm stressed. I want to control things. I want you to do things. I want things to be my way. I know you understand what I'm talking about. And when you are acting like that, you don't have peace. You are constantly stressing out on things that you don't really have to stress about. So this is a choice. You can't build your peace upon stress, upon anxiety. You have to decide to start from a place of letting go. Learn to let it go. Learn to let it go. I'm telling you this, learn to let things go. Don't try to control everything. Because when you learn to let things go, it helps you to stay calm, to have peace, and it helps you to understand that you cannot control everything. And when you understand that you cannot control everything, my goodness, you have peace. Honestly, when you understand, when I came to the point where I understood that I cannot control everything, I can't, even if I wanted to, I cannot do that. And that helps me to develop my peace, honestly. So you have to come to that point. And another thing is also that you must learn to practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude will help you to love your life and to value what you have. Because when you are not grateful about your life and your friends and what you have, you don't understand that what you have is valuable. But when you notice that you breathe, you walk, you speak, there are some people who don't even have what you have. There are some people who don't have food. There are some people who don't even have a home to sleep. And you do have all of those things. So when you understand, when you learn to practice gratitude, you see life differently. Honestly, and this is a liberating experience. You see life differently. You see life differently. So you must learn to practice gratitude as well. This will teach you to appreciate your life more, and that will help you to have peace. If you want real peace, you must choose this. This is something that you should always have in mind. There will be some days where your life will not be doing well. There will be some days you'll be sad. You'll go through heartbreaks, struggles in your work, in your workplace. But when those days will come, remember what I just told you, that you must choose your peace. That peace is something that you must cultivate all the time. There is something that you need to understand. When you're someone who is peaceful, it affects your environments. Have you ever noticed that there are some people, when you miss them, you feel peaceful? It's not just about a feeling, but this is an energy that they have. And whenever you are around them, you will feel their peace. When you cultivate peace, it affects your environments, all the people around you. So cultivating your peace is not just about you, but if you get to the point where you know when you choose peace and that you make it about your life, it will also affect your family, your friendships, your relationships, your workers, your co-workers. Everyone around you will notice that this man is peaceful, this woman is peaceful. Whenever they will come to you, they will just, there will be some days where people will come to you and they will tell to themselves that I want to talk to that woman because whenever I'm around her, I feel peaceful. You see what I'm talking about? So this is so, so, so important. And you have to understand that. Cultivate your peace. And you will see that your life will be something different. You will see life differently. You will understand that, you didn't have to worry about all of those things. When you have peace, you don't have to worry about so many things. This life made us think that you have to worry, you have to go fast. If you don't go fast, people will take our place, whatever. No matter what people say about life and what we should do or what we should not do, choose peace. So we are at the end of this video. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to take care of your heart and your mind, and see you in the next episode. Bye.